Good evening. We're going to try this again. This is your girl, Coach O, founder and CEO of Action Speaks Volume Incorporated. I am known as your procrastination strategist, your behavior change expert. I help you to build unshakable confidence, stop procrastination, and you got it. Get your dreams out of your head into your life. I don't know what was going on with the last broadcast, but after I hit the end button, I saw my AP had joined. So, good evening, Erica. Thank you so much for tuning in. Not sure what was going on. I couldn't see anything. I couldn't see comments. I could not see nothing. So, good evening, Belinda. Thank you so much for joining. Go ahead and let us know where you're tuning in from. If you would hit the share button, go ahead and invite someone. Super excited about being here tonight. Good evening, Brother Warren. Thank you so much for joining. Today is Wednesday, so I pray that you have had an amazing start to your week. And that things has been going well for you. You see what the title of this live feed is: focus, 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 because in the end, that is the only thing that is really going to matter. We want to talk about that on tonight. We want to talk about it. We want to talk about it. We want to talk about it. Let's put in where we are coming in from. We got Tennessee in the house. We have Arkansas in the house. Yes, super excited to be here. Again, we must focus. We must focus. When you think about all the things that are happening and just how easy it is to be distracted. Do you know that distraction is a strategy? It is a strategy for the enemy because the enemy knows that when we are distracted, the enemy doesn't have to be somebody else. The enemy can be within. Anytime we are distracted, it will prevent us. It will prevent us from doing the thing that we said we were going to do, from having the things that we said we were going to have. And I know that somebody may get tired of hearing those words. They may get tired of hearing of you being, having, and doing. They may get tired of it. But when you think about life, when you think about why is it that you get out of bed every day, because see, if you had that life that you wasn't going, where you were not going to be somebody, you were not going to do something, and you wasn't intending to have anything, you wouldn't get out the bed. Why? Because a lot of times you don't even feel like doing the thing that you need to do, and the other times you don't want to do the thing that you need to do. So we get up because we have purpose. We get up because we have desires. We get up because we have said we were going to do that. When have the enemy just laid down? That's the enemy on the outside and the enemy on the inside, and just laid down and said, you know what? Today she want to be great. We're going to let her be great today. We're not going to bother her. We're not going to distract her. We're not going to disappoint her. We're not going to do anything. We're just going to let her day just go perfect. When do the enemy that's within and the enemy without, the enemy on the outside and the enemy on the inside, when have you heard that conversation and say, you know what? Today we're going to let her just do her. Today we're just going to let her have a peaceful, quiet, glorious, prosperous, comfortable, strong, happy day. You got up and you thought things were going to go one way, and they did the bipolar opposite. They went totally opposite, and it sometimes it's discouraging for some people because they feel like, what's the point in planning, because my day don't ever go according to plan. But that's the worst attitude that we could have, is to not plan because we think that the plan is going to fail. Somebody said something like, if we fail to plan, then we plan to fail. If we fail to plan, that we already have a pre-plan for failing. We have to plan, Our plans may not go exactly the way we want them, but they don't always go exactly the way we don't want them either. If we be real, they may, have to be modified sometimes. Sometimes we have to switch them up, change some things, push some stuff out, but we don't always have to modify everything, excuse me, that we say, oh, I'm sorry, that we're going to do. So we want to be really mindful. Be mindful of the shiny objects that is set out to distract you. That's set out to distract you. And those things are not just set out to distract you. A lot of them are there to destroy you. Do you think about, let me just think about when Peter was walking on the water. And what if Jesus didn't catch him? That that wasn't only a distraction from him looking away, but that was on the verge of destruction, because see, he could have went down, and when you go down underwater, you drowning. They was out in some water. So we have to know that the things that try to distract us, not only do they try to distract us, but they try to destroy us, and they try to drown us and make us feel like we're overwhelmed. It's too much. It don't take all this, and I got this to do, and I'm working myself to death, that I can't enjoy this, and I can't do this, and this is not working. We have to know, we have to stand back and look at the picture. You have to look as if you're not in it. You have to look at it. You have to have a different perspective, a change of view. So I am challenging you to focus more. Oh, excuse me. I don't know what's going on here. But I am challenging you to focus more so that you will not be distracted, destroyed by the thing that do not want you to finish. Don't want you to do it. Do not want you to make it. Don't want you to have it. Don't want you to be it. So I want you to focus. You have to focus. Focus, because in the end, that's all that really matters. Because when you lose focus, you lose your way. When you lose focus, you lose your way. So you have to focus on why you're doing what you're doing. You got to focus on what it is that you're doing. You got to focus on who you're doing it for. You really have to be very clear on the things that you're doing and the reason why you are actually doing them. Let's say that again. We want to be focused on what we're doing, why we're doing it, and who we're doing it for. Because when we have a tendency to be distracted, when we have a tendency to be pulled away, when we have a tendency to, have our attention in a different area, right? We will find ourselves jumping into this and jumping onto this and starting this and doing a little this and doing a little that. And we find that we're not focused in no area and on no thing. And therefore, we're not giving nothing our full attention, right? And so that's why it's so important for you to know why you're doing something. Y'all are quiet. It is important to know, why do you do what you do? What is it that gets you out of bed in the morning? Why is it that you want to do that thing so bad? Why is it that you want to have that more than anything? More than anything. Why is it that you want to do that more than anything? And when you are able to verbalize that, and when you're able to put that down on paper, and you look at it and you just ponder over it and you meditate on it, that this is why I get up in the morning. This gives me energy. This is my strength. This is my purpose. This is why I am here. This brings me great joy. That's the place that we want to be. Because see, when it brings you joy and it gives you energy, and you know that's why you're here, and you feel like that is your purpose for living, you're going to get up and do it. You are going to get up and do it. You will do it if you feel like it. You will do it if you don't feel like it. You will do it if you don't think nobody's paying you any attention. You will do it if you had to do it for one person. Why? Because you said, this thing right here, this is why I do what I do. This is why I do what I do. And I cannot be distracted by anything or anybody that is not taking me towards where I'm trying to go, who I'm trying to be, and what I am trying to do. You got to ask yourself, what is it that you desire to accomplish? What is it that you desire to accomplish? And see, some of us, we're playing the game, and but we're playing too small. We're playing and we're stretched out, we stretch wide, and we go long, but it's gonna take us a while. Excuse me. It's gonna take us a while to get there. Think about it. Think about the difference in walking, riding a bike, getting on a bus, catching a train, and flying. Think about it. Think about walking, riding a bike, getting on the bus, catching a train, or flying. Good evening, Nikita. Thank you so much for joining. So again, for those that are just getting on, we're talking about focus, because in the end, that's all that really matters. And the example that I'm getting ready to go in is, think about, walking versus riding a bike versus catching a bus versus riding a train versus catching a plane, right? Some of us, we're doing a lot of things. We're walking. We're walking. And we know what it's like before we start walking. Before I don't understand why am I so excuse me, why am I studying yawning? But anyway, we know that when we learn as little babies to walk, we didn't just start off walking. We were stumbling and fumbling and falling. And we started out crawling, and you started out scooting and moving. So think about that whole process. You scoot and you move, and you scoot till you crawl, and you crawl till you stumble, and you stumble and you stumble and you stumble, and then you begin to walk, right? And then at some point, a lot of us, we learn how to ride a bike. So you go from moving around, you go from scooting, you go from to crawling, to stumbling and fumbling, falling, walking, and then riding a bike. It takes a while to do all these different things, right? And then you start riding a bike and you learn how to drive. And for some people, it took them a long time to learn how to drive. You have some people that still haven't learned how to drive. And then you have options for catching a bus or getting on a train. And then you have the shortest option is, catching a plane, private jet or something, right? Okay. And in life, when we start comparing the things that we've already been through, that we have a blueprint or something that we can put it beside, it's the same way when we're trying to do what we do. We want to start off, we start off, we start small, and some of us, we stay there. We should be escalating. We've been moving and we've been scooting. We didn't fail. We didn't learn how to keep our balance. Now we walking. We didn't rode a bike, and we got our license. We're now driving. But why is it that we're staying back in the background of our life, and we're busy in the process of doing what we do, but we're oh, I'm so sorry. We're really not getting anywhere. You would think I'm really sleepy, and I'm not even sleepy. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You stop that. But anyway, We got to speed up. That's my boy. We got to speed up. We have to focus, 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 because in the end, that's all that really matters. We got to focus on what's going to get us there. We got to focus on who we need to get with. Um, we have to focus on who it is that we need to get with, who it is that can assist us, who can help us, and all these different things, right? We need to remember that we should not be in the same place as we was 5 years ago, doing the same things around the same people. Something should get our fire burning. Something should say that something needs to change, because we know what the definition of insanity is. It is. The definition of insanity is that we're doing the same thing, thinking that we're going to get a different result. Something different. It requires for us to surround ourselves around different people. Are you still around people that are still, talking about their past and their pain? I wrote down this morning, it's in the other room, but I was sitting and I was just thinking, and it was like, we got to stop talking about our past and our problems and start thinking about our future, because we're staying in a place of stuckness that will not allow us to move forward if we're looking back. You got to focus on where you're going and stop focusing on. And I know somebody was like, where in the world is she going with this message? You hang on, because we getting there. My furnace is coming on. We have to keep our eyes ahead of us. Look in front of you. Because see, this is what happens when we're looking to the back. We're going to be ran into something. We'll cause destruction in our own life. Do you know you can go back and look at things and think about things? You can conjure up a whole set of emotions by your thoughts. What are you thinking about? What are you looking at? Where is it that you're trying to go? And you got to ask yourself, is there anything back there that's going to get me where I'm going? Is there anything back there that is going to take me where I am trying to go? I am trying to go forward. Do I need anything back there? Is there anything back there that can help me get there faster? And if you can't say yes to that, you leave it. You got to leave those things back there that is hindering you. You have to leave those things that are heavy weights in your life. You have to leave those things that are hurting you. They are hindering you. They're heavy and they are hurting. Why are you trying to bring them forward? You have to focus forward. Look at your future, your fortune. You got to look at the things that you're trying to do. There's nothing back there that's going to get you there. Now, you take the lessons that you learned when you were back there, but you leave the pain. You take the lessons that you learned, and you leave the pain. You level up and you leverage what you went through, what you had to encounter, what you saw, what you did, what they said. You don't take that and use that to hurt yourself and re-hurt yourself and keep hurting yourself. You don't keep replaying those past hurts and that past pain. You got to move forward and say, I am looking towards where I am going. We must be focused ahead of us and not behind us, because the things behind us, they can be good helpers, but don't let them hurt you. Let them be good lessons, but don't allow them to make you be lame. Don't allow them to make you be stagnant. Don't allow them to make you be stuck. You have to say, I'm taking the lesson, but I'm leaving the pain. I'm taking what I learned and I'm going to apply it to where I'm going. You have to leave anything that is heavy, hurtful, that's a hindrance, that is stopping you from being all that you can be and doing all that you can do. You got to focus. You got to focus on what's important to you. You got to focus on what make you happy. You got to focus on what make you comfortable, what bring you joy, what put a smile on your face. You got to focus on what it is that you need to be able to be a help to somebody else. Focus. You can't take your eyes off the prize. You can't look back, because when you look back, you stumble. When you start looking down and you start looking to the left and you start looking to the right and you get your eyes off of what's important, you start going down. And do you know, going down, it goes so fast. It can take you a lifetime to get up. But how many of you know that you can lose everything that you work for at the blink of an eye? It don't come as fast as it goes. Listen, if you're there, talk to me. Y'all are quiet in these comments on tonight. If you're in these streets, say something. It do not come as fast as it goes. Think about it. Think about when you're working 8 hours, 10 hours, and 12-hour days. Think about if you work a 5-day week at 8 hours, that's 40 hours. If you work a 5-day-a-week work week at 10 hours, that is 50 hours. If you work a 5-day-a-week at 12 hours, that is 60 hours. You have worked 40, 50, 60 hours, and think about that. That's in a week. In 2 weeks, that's 80 hours. In 2 weeks, that's 100 hours. In 2 weeks, that's 120 hours. Do you see how many hours that you're putting in on a job? In 2 weeks, if you're working 12-hour shifts, in 2 weeks, if you're working 10-hour shifts, in 2 weeks, if you're working 8-hour shifts. So just say we're working 8 hours, 10 days, 80 hours, and you get your check and it's gone the same day. It took you 14 days to get it. It don't come as fast as it goes. Oh, y'all not going to hear me tonight. It does not come as fast as it goes. We have to be focused, because see, when we're not focused, we'll get off track. We get off track. And when we get off track, we get behind. And when we get behind, we begin to become destroyed. A lot of it is in our self-esteem. Yes, ma'am, stepping on my foot, but God, thank you for correction to start moving again. In spite of it all, you got to move. You got to move, Nikita, because when we don't move, it's just as bad as when we turn around. It's not as bad, but it's just as bad. It's not as bad because see, if you turn around, you done lost some game. You turn around, you've lost some gain. You've lost some growth. If you stand where you are, you're not growing, but you're not losing anything. But that's not the goal. We want to know, where are we growing? In the midst of our going, where are we growing? Where are you growing in your relationships? Where are you growing in your finances? Where are you going in your personal development? Where are you growing in your health? You got to say, I am growing in every area of my life. Because when I'm not balancing my life, when I'm not balancing my health, when I'm not balancing my business, I'm not balancing my bank account, it's not right. It is not right. So I want to know where you are growing. You got to focus, and it's going to take you to do something on that thing every day. You got to stop thinking that you need to take a break, because do you know that when you have a habit or a thing that you're doing, all it takes for you to miss a day, you miss a day, then you'll miss 2 days. And you miss 2 days, you'll miss 3 days. And when you miss 3, you'll miss 4. And when you miss 4, you'll miss 5. And when you miss 5, you'll miss a week. And when you miss a week, you'll miss a month. And when you miss a month, you'll miss a quarter. You'll find yourself, you've missed a year. And you've missed 5 years. You've missed a decade. And you'll look back over your life and you'll wonder, where have the time gone? Because you took a break. And you didn't know you was breaking that long. Now, you're in your 30s. Now, you're in your 40s. Now, You are hitting your 50s. Now some of us are in our 60s, and now you're in your 70s, and you're wondering where the time has gone. But we got to realize that time is going to pass whether we're doing something or not. Time is going to pass. That 1,440 minutes, that 86,400 seconds is going to go. It's not going to wait on no man, no woman. Not going to wait on your plan. Not going to wait on you to get it. Not going to wait on you to grasp it. Not going to wait for you to catch up with it. You're going to have to move it. We got to keep moving. We got to stay focused. We got to keep our eyes on the plan, on the goal, on our dreams. We got to do it. We got to do it. We got to do it. Because see, when you take your eyes off just for a little while, it takes you a while. Have you, for people that wear glasses all day and they take their glasses off, it takes them a while. And for people that have some, really real serious issues with their vision, it takes them a while to dial back in to seeing. It takes them a few minutes. Some people, some people cannot take their eyes off the road and do other things, or take their eyes off of the prize and do other things. You can't do it. You don't need to take your eyes off for a few seconds. How many people have car wrecks because they're texting and driving, trying to answer the phone, picking up something that they're dropping, playing in their hair, putting on their makeup, changing their clothes. They're doing all different sorts of types of things. And when they become distracted, they become a victim of being destroyed, especially when it don't work out in their favor. We got to stay focused. We got to focus when we drive. We got to focus. We got to focus on our dreams. We got to focus. We got to focus. See, a lot of us, we think that if we take our glasses off and if we don't see it and if we don't look at it, if we don't open it, if we don't address it, if we don't think about it, talk about it, that it's just going to go away. But it just gets worse. You got to focus. Focus, 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 because in the end, that is the only thing that is going to matter. What you are focusing on is the only thing that is going to matter. If you're focusing on your family, your finances, if you're focusing on your future, if you're focusing on your fame, you got to focus. You got to put the time in order to get something out. Where are you spending your time and what are you doing with it? And do you think that you're going to be able to just do what you want to do and still get what you want to have? You got to focus. It is so important for us to focus. It gets worse. You keep your glasses off too long, it gets worse. Your vision gets worse. I've been using the same glasses I've had the same prescription since I had glasses. And I've had glasses since the latter 90s. So I'm going to say I know since 2002. Same prescription. You know why? I don't strain my eyes. You know why? You have people that wear glasses. I can't see it. If I can't see, I don't see it. I'm not going to try to look at something way, way back there and I know I can't see it. But when you don't have your glasses on and you know you need them, it gets worse. Some people have to get their prescription changed every year. And some of it is just with age. Good evening, April. Thank you so much for joining. Some of it is with age. Some of it comes with time. But some of it is our own doing because we're not focused on what we need to be focused on. We're worried about things that don't have anything to do with us. Even if we wanted to do something about it, we couldn't change it. It don't have anything to do with us. We have to focus. I need you to get focused. Where are you out of balance in your life? Where's things a little bit blurry in your life? Where are things blurry in your relationship, in your bank account? Where is it out of balance? Good evening, Sandra. Thank you so much for joining. I need you all to hit the share button. I need you to invite. If you're just getting on here, I want you to really think about the areas that are out of focus, the areas that are blurry in your life. Where is it? Is it in your relationship? Is it in yourself? Because see, some of us, we're out of focus with our health. We are out of focus with ourselves. We are out of focus. So we got to say, I'm dialing in. 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 You see, I'm dialing in. Why? And these are the things. You got to have strategies when you dial in. You can't just do stuff half-hearted. You can't do stuff half, you know. You can't do stuff half and think it's going to be a whole. You got to put your whole. I need you to think about your finances. I need you to think about your future. I need you to think about your family. I need you to think about your business. And see, this right here is a great time for us to be thinking about everything that's important to us. We're losing people every day. And it means absolutely nothing for us to love them to death when they already dead. That may have sound harsh to somebody, but it's true. We love people more when they're gone than we do while they are here. We have all these good things to say about them that they have never heard. Oh, we miss them so, but when they were here, we didn't have time. Where is your focus? Where's your focus? Are you so busy and out of sync that your life is blurry to what's important? You so busy and your life is blurry to what is necessary? And look, when family is gone, they gone. I'm talking about when they're dead and gone, they're gone. No amount